Like you said, I can't call it One Ogden News.
One Ogden. One Ogden's life from the basement.
No, we already used that. It's One Ogden News.
One Ogden Insider.
One Ogden Insider. Follow us. Follow the podcast.
Yes.
That's your job.
Let's do one more.
All right.
Let's do one more.
All right.
This is One Ogden Insider.
One Ogden Insider. Like and subscribe, please. And there's a podcast. That was good.
Good shit. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so this guy Wyatt Kinney, he was charged Saturday. He ambushed his neighbor with a sock that had a crescent wrench inside.
Oh my God.
He waited outside of his front door until he was coming out, and then he whacked him with the wrench. And then when he fell down, he ran into the house and got him in a chokehold. And then the neighbor, while he's down there, he gets out his keys.
And starts stabbing him.
Yeah. Starts jabbing him in the face with his keys.
Which is fair.
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know, like if this happens.
Credit to that guy.
Yeah.
That was a good move.
Yeah.
Because it said a neighbor came in and pulled him apart, but you got to think I would stop choking the guy.
Yes. So do you think he got pulled out, like, hold me back? Or was it like, oh, I'm done?
I mean, it also said that he was like out holding his head when the cops came. So I feel like he got kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. I'm sure. Like, imagine it's one of those like old school keys. You know what I mean? I'm assuming if you live in an apartment, you don't have one of the newest cars.
Yeah, you got sharp keys. And then when the police came,
he asked for a lawyer.
Yeah, Kinney.
He said, I need a lawyer.
Yeah.
So this guy started shit and then started attacking the dude. The dude attacked back. And when the cops showed up, he said, I need a lawyer.
So, but that's the thing. He asks for a lawyer, which I think is actually smart. But then right away, I think it says he told the cops that he's hunting sexual predators.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, you get a lawyer. They're going to tell you not to say that to the cops.
Yeah, hey, I just committed this crime act.
Yeah.
But, it's okay. It's okay. Because, I'm fucking Brad Pitt in this shit.
Yeah, so apparently he'd asked his neighbor the day before if he was a sexual predator.
And then he didn't like the answer.
Yeah, we don't know what he said, but he didn't like it. The next day, he came back hunting sexual predators.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, stop beating up your neighbors, man.
Yeah, don't beat up your neighbors.
Yeah.
I don't like sex offenders. I think they're terrible people. I don't think you punch them in the face. I don't think you wait outside of their house with a wrench in a sock.
You should have a better plan.
Yeah.
You should have, like, if you're going to start something, come on, bro, finish it.
That's a good point, too.
But also, don't beat up your neighbors.
What was the plan?
Fuck. Like, what? You want him to, like, sign off his apartment, whatever, fucking contract?
Yeah.
Like, it don't work like that. You cannot roll up somebody. That's prison rules.
Yeah, what was he going to do?
Move him somewhere.
If he goes in and he chokes him out and he doesn't get stabbed in the face with the keys?
He doesn't even know if he was or not, right? I think he just wanted to fight him. I think he just probably
was just going to get in a fight.
Yeah, he just wanted to fuck him up and just say, you know what, fuck that dude. He's a pet.
Yeah, so a big old plane. It was like metal. It had propellers on the front. It was flying over. We were like, what the hell is that? Okay. It was flying low.
You think he killed somebody?
Well, I think so. I think it was in battle and...
It's a battle. It's Doc, right? Doc the plane.
Yeah, and like World War II, we were out over in the Pacific having air battles with Japan before or after, Pearl Harbor.
Fucking dog fights.
Yeah, right. So I think this might have been in dogfights, and then they restored it. So they were like, I think history buffs were out at the airport checking it out. You could get seats, but there were only 11 seats per flight. They say it was $600 to $1,500 per ticket.
If I go, that's a flex. Fucking $1,500 tickets.
Yeah. I know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a rare opportunity. It's like a concert. If a concert came through.
It ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it. But the gas prices are not. I'm not in that budget to be flying on a World War II fucking B-29 plane called Doc.
Yeah.
Yes. Good shit for everybody that flew. You think it had a waiting list?
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah. No, I bet. Yeah. But those prices, those are waiting list prices. It ain't tricking if you got it.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
I never heard that before. I'm stealing that.
Yeah? You never heard that?
No. I mean, I might have heard you say it before.
We're teaching Ogden new slangs.
This story's kind of boring.
Okay, let's go.
I mean, the guy died from being shot this week.
At 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, 4 a.m. They called the cops, said somebody'd been shot. Cops come out.
Yeah, he just shot. Like, what the fuck you gonna tell me somebody shot? And then like, did he kill himself? Like, I know I don't need to know that, but like, I also need to be brief.
Yeah.
With a motherfucking shooting niggas at 4 a.m. You know, like.
Yeah. This is one of those. So the cops come at 4 a.m. They were called about a gunshot wound, but then they don't really say anything other than it's an isolated incident. But that's totally what I picture. Is people get in a dispute, some friends, a couple, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Someone gets shot, and they're like, I guess we got a fucking call.
Isolated incidents always don't like, oh my god, like if he killed this person, why you gonna tell me he's not gonna kill me? You know, like, well, yeah, like if he's capable of doing this and he's proven that he can do it, then why the fuck wouldn't you tell me not to worry about it? Like, yeah.
But I think that's just they're gonna finish out the investigation, and then if they actually have enough evidence to arrest somebody, then they'll tell us who it was.
You think so? It's been a week now. So it just barely happened. And then this guy at 4 a.m., somebody... Like, this is a good question. If you hear a gunshot at 4 a.m., are you calling the cops?
Probably.
Really?
Dude, I don't know. I used to think you call the cops just so that somebody's going and checking it out. Because, you know, there's like this, people don't call the cops. But then I called the cops because some kid slid on the ice and hit into a tree in his car. And I thought he might be hurt. So I called 911 to help him out. Okay. By the time the cops show up, he's fine. And they just fucking show up and give him a ticket and leave. I was like, I just called the cops on this kid. I don't feel good about that.
I think about a year ago, I was chilling, drinking outside of my house. It was like on my porch at 3 a.m. in the morning. I think in the Monroe Park, 22nd and Monroe Park, I just heard pop, 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 pop. And then I was like, I guess he can handle. And then like I just kept chilling, right? I found out 2 people got shot. Yeah, I guess they were crossing the street. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Crossing the street?
Yeah, I allegedly, you know, yeah, it was 2 people that got shot.
Damn.
So, you know, but yeah, I wasn't freaking out. You know, I wasn't like, oh my god, you know, like. I mean,
so do you call the cops if you hear a gunshot in the middle of the night?
It depends. It's a very tricky question, you know, because like, of course not. But, you know, like if it is something that I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, it's real. Like some, you know what I mean? If you got to come in, you know. If
it's the difference between somebody living and dying from it, that's the thing I think about. I'm like, well, fuck, if I call,
because
maybe somebody will live.
There was a shooting. The lady shot herself and her 3 kids, right? Just right here in West Haven.
Oh, yeah. Roy or whatever.
I was thinking, and I'm sure everybody else was thinking that it was the husband or ex-husband or something like that. But it was her. It was a murder-suicide. Yeah. And goddamn, man, please find help.
Yeah, you know,
find help.
Before you fucking kill anybody, including yourself, just go reinvent yourself. Just go find a new life.
Go get help, bro.
That mom, it would have been better.
It's not that deep. Home,
go fucking move to some beach somewhere.
Bro, go get you some carne asada fries. Go fucking to Tokyo State. Yeah, treat yourself. Yeah.
That's better than killing everybody.
Oh my god.
That seems obvious.
Do you think what's gonna happen to that vehicle? Are they gonna keep it, or do they? Is it for sale? Let me buy it. Is it haunted? Is it good on gas?
Oh man, yeah, no.
I want
Somebody's
that car.
Gonna buy that. It's gonna go through an auction and a used dealership. And...
Oh my god, he's got baby brains in there. Oh my god, it's 3 kids. This lady is crazy.
Like apparently, in the past, Hill Air Force Base, they use this chemical called TCE that can cause this indoor air contamination. Okay. It creates like the chemical pools, and then fumes come up, and then that contaminates the air. And there have been shallow groundwater bodies that contain the contaminants are in Sunset, Clinton, Layton, Riverdale, Roy,
and South Weaver.
Yeah.
Where is South Weaver?
It's just down the hill from the base. It's like the freeway from Riverdale to South Ogden.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was thinking...
where the toll road is? So this is all the communities that are just surrounding the base.
So what's going on with this?
So they've tested 3,000 locations since 2001 and found contaminants in about 10% of them, but there's still 358 that are untested. So they're going through and they're trying to make sure they've tested everybody. They have this mitigation strategy for anybody who was contaminated.
Am I getting compensation for it?
Well, dude, I don't know. They've decided what's a good enough.
I think we should get some compensation. What am I gonna get? Cancer? Like, you gotta be aware of it.
Yeah, it causes kidney cancer.
Oh shoot! And that's a serious issue to have.
Yeah, no kidding. So I don't know. I don't know if people in those cities are more aware of this than I am, but
I didn't know about it, and you guys should get tested and then make sure that they pay for it if they speak up.
Well, yeah, and I don't know how I feel. It's like, okay, so on one hand, they've recognized the problem. They're going out. They've got this solution for it, right? They're going to solve the toxic contamination issue.
Okay.
But they really don't seem to have any responsibility. Like, if there are higher cases of kidney cancer in those cities, in those locations.
One is too many, though.
Well, yeah. I don't think they're compensating anybody for that.
That's crazy.
So I think it's one of those things that, people haven't fought for, maybe don't even know about, because a company tried to just start taking action. But there are effects that are probably not getting...
I'd be mad. Fucking mad, man. If I get cancer, imagine
that's a sad story. That's a sad thing I never knew about. So anyway, I think now they're doing more testing.
Since
if you're in those
2001,
areas, haven't been tested. Make sure you're getting tested.
Yes.
And hey, if you're in those areas and you have medical problems that might be related to TCE,
yeah, let's go get some money for that, man. Don't go through it alone. What else? Governor Cox. Oh, actually, I want you to really educate me about this one.
Okay.
So I read that there's some conflict of interest stuff. They don't want it released, but what is it?
Okay, so Governor Cox has this cabinet full of people who run agencies that make policies on taxes or the environment or economic development, all that kind of stuff. And all of those people, they have to fill out a form that shows people they do business with, businesses they have stock in, stuff like that, so that if the decisions they are making are somehow lining their pockets. It's a way for people in a democracy to have accountability for their government officials, right? So what's happened is the Utah Investigative Journalism Project has requested those documents, and for the first time in a long time, they've said no. The state's HR department has said, we're not going to give you those forms, which is just really suspicious. It's a thing that people do all the time. There's this guy, Jeff Hunt, from the Utah Media Coalition. He called it ridiculous. He said, what's the point of even having conflict of interest forms if the public can't see them?
Yeah, it sounds like taxpayers' waste of money,
Well, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know a lot about it, but I know that Governor Cox's family is involved in alfalfa farming, and I'm not saying that this has to do with that, but that's a good example of,
Yeah, that you got me wondering what's going on,
Yeah, right.
Why are you hiding?
Yeah, if we've decided as a state to start moving all of our water into farming, then, maybe the fact that Governor Cox's family makes its money off of farming is relevant, and we want to know that.
Yeah, do you think
that's
that
the kind
happened?
of thing. I mean, I don't know. I would think he put it on a conflict of interest form. I think it's a thing people have known about Governor Cox when he was a candidate.
That sounds like taxpayers' money.
There's no reason to do that unless there's something to hide, right?
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want to show anything if I was in the wrong. But at the same time, why make a fucking plan B if you weren't even trying to do plan A? But it makes me think, why the fuck am I paying so much money and getting taxed so much, and you can even show me where the fucking, show your paperwork, fucking get it done. Hire somebody. I'll do it for you,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right?
We're paying them to do this.
Yeah,
we fund
we're
their department.
We're overpaying at this point, Go get your papers. Go get your papers.
Go get your papers.
Yeah, ve a agarrarte tus papeles, man. I don't know. Even if, I'm sure Ukrainians and all them people came out here. If you're, a candidate to be turned into a U.S. citizen, go get your house. Go make something happen with yourself.
Yeah, hell
They're doing it. 60 out of 80, right? 60,000.
Yeah.
Out of 80,000. So.
Yeah, and that's a ton of people to be eligible.
That's a lot. Go get your papers.
I mean, we didn't give any information. Maybe next time we'll have more information.
About what do you say? Go figure it out. I don't know. Where do I go? USA.com?
USA.com. Probably USA.gov.
Getyourpapers.com. I don't know. I know you're able to. Hey, get a lawyer.
Man.
You know, let's go. Get your papers. If you really want it, you'll go get it.
That's an investment. If you buy getyourpapers.com right now,
dude. That's what I'm saying. What you got to do is reroute people.
Yeah. You need a 5-second commercial. Just runs everywhere. Getyourpapers.com.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know where you got to go. Maybe the City Hall, fucking Salt Lake Hall. I don't know.
No, we'll read the article.
You will read the article? Okay,
we'll get back to you.
So I don't know what gerrymandering is.
You don't know what gerrymandering is?
I don't.
Okay, so gerrymandering is like whenever it's time to draw new political lines, the people in charge get to do it. And so gerrymandering is when the people in charge draw the lines in a way that favors them to get more votes, you know. So what happened in Utah, we had a ballot initiative that said we don't want the state legislature to draw the lines. We want you to have an independent commission that goes in and decides for us. That ballot initiative passed. And then the legislature basically just said, well, we're going to do it anyway. And they went and just did it their way. The usual consequences to that would be like they would lose elections for it. But people around here, like Republicans, don't lose elections here. So they kind of did it without consequences.
Yeah.
What happened this year, they put out this ballot initiative that was like really deceptive in the language. It like really did not describe what it was going to do. And they do this all the time. They wanted to be able to say that they don't have to listen to these ballot initiatives anymore. They wanted to make it harder to do these ballot initiatives in the future. They're doing it right now with this other ballot initiative so that they can take money out of, man, it's another complicated thing. All the sales tax we collect, I think it is, we have to put into education. That's in our Constitution.
Yeah.
And right now they want to change our Constitution so that they don't have to give it all to education. And the ballot initiative that is related to that is very deceptively worded.
Yeah, I think
they're going to get away with it eventually because they try to get away with this shit every couple years.
Republicans get away with a lot of stuff, man. I think it's just the state because we're like very right-sided, right?
Uh-huh.
But
super majority.
Yeah, that's why you got to hire the people right for the job and not dealing with this kind of shit.
Well, yeah. And I think, I don't know about you, but I haven't been looking at the camera. I think if I just always look here and at you, and only very rarely there. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks to I-Am-Azin here for helping me out. Thank you to all of the reporters who worked on these stories. Martha Harris, Collin Leonard, Tim Vandenack, Ryan Aston, Eric Peterson. Thanks to our Patreon supporters. Make sure you're following us everywhere. See you later.
Oh my goodness.